Hello and welcome to the Official Watches YouTube channel. Here at Jardin du Mayfair, I'm very excited to be bringing you a review of the AP Royal Oak Chronograph 26240 OR. It's the blue dial, it's a chronograph, it's rose gold, it's ticking a lot of boxes of mine already. But let's have a little look together and see if you guys like it. Pink gold mixed with blue grand tapisserie is pretty much the AP dream combination, and this is no exception. Usually I dive straight into the aesthetics of this beauty, but the movement is really something special. This is the new in-house calibre 4401, which replaces the old Frederic Piguet 1185 movement previously used in the chronograph range. This new calibre is a peach. Flyback chronograph which can be stopped and reset using just the lower button. The movement sports a column wheel and visible vertical clutch, which means that if you're not a fan of using small seconds for reference, you can keep the chronograph running with no loss of power or timekeeping. Shock protection is in the form of a Gyromax balance, means that this movement can take most things that you can throw at it, and it has a 70-hour power reserve to boot. Aesthetically, one of the most important things to note about the new movement is the size fits the case. This is huge, guys. This addresses a long-running gripe from AP fans that the previous calibers used in the chronograph and offshore range were small movements in large cases. You wouldn't be able to see this in previous Royal Oak chronographs, but if you took some of the old offshores like the sapphire backs, you can see a thick metal rim around the rear and a smaller viewing window. This effectively hid the size deficit between the movement and the case. What couldn't be hidden quite so well though was the date wheel being quite significantly inset from the outer minute track. Not really a big deal, but a case of what has been seen cannot be unseen, because if you look at this new model now and then you look at the old models, you'll see that the date wheel on the older model is in the completely wrong place. You just didn't know it at the time. So on to the rest of the watch. Full pink gold with beautifully contrast brushed and polished angles which flow through the entire design. This is still a watch that we all know and love, although it has seen a couple of design tweaks to the head. The chrono pushers are no longer screwed down but feature hexagonal sheaths offering protection and integrate well with the crown guards, which also have seen some tweaking to become slightly sharper, both small changes which don't particularly affect the visuals but definitely make the chronograph easier to use on the fly. Despite being billed as a 41mm watch, this piece wears larger, which obviously I'm over the moon with. On the wrist, it's closer to a 43mm, but wears really well. This is largely down to the lug length rather than the width of the piece. At 51.5mm lug to lug, it's already larger than the standard sports watches, but the integrated bracelet increases this to 54mm, which is the key to its absolute presence when on the wrist. It's not a subtle watch, but with its glinting hand polished facets and sharp angles, it was never designed to be soft or subtle. The dial is nothing short of magnificent, and AP have called it Blue Nuit Nuage 50, which loosely translates to Midnight Blue Cloud. In fairness to them, that's a pretty apt description, as the blue is a lovely rich dark blue tone which is muted and not particularly bright. I like it a lot, and particularly when it's combined with pink gold indices, as the colour pairing contrasts well together. The pink gold lifts the blue tones down the pink. Scientists would call this symbiosis, but I'm just going to go with very nice. I love this watch, but I'm really keen to know what you guys think of it. So please do let me know in the comments what you think of this lovely piece. And thank you for joining me here at Jardin du Mayfair, heaven on earth for the watch enthusiast.